540 WAUK, Milwaukee's real news and great conversation. And now on your FM dial at 100.3. Here's your Daily News Roundup.
With local news on 540 WAUK on 100.3 FM, I'm Stuart J. Waddles. Clean energy groups are asking Wisconsin regulators to reject a proposed We Energy's rate increase. They say it could raise household electric bills by more than $20 a month by 2028. A couple dozen people rallied this week near the utility's downtown Milwaukee office, calling for residential rates to be frozen for the next 2 years. Critics say the proposal would be the company's sixth rate increase of the decade. We Energy says the plan supports growing demand, new jobs, and the replacement of older power plants. They say data center costs are not being passed along to residential customers. She wants to get out again. Morgan Geyser has filed a petition seeking conditional release from a state psychiatric hospital after her previous release was revoked. The filing starts a process in which doctors will evaluate Geyser and send reports to the court. A judge will then decide whether the case can move ahead to a release hearing. Geyser was returned to the hospital after authorities say she left a Madison group home last November and was later found in Illinois. It's all news all morning from 540 WAUK on 100.3 FM. A New Berlin state representative wants answers following an election night mishap in Milwaukee. Republican Dave Maxey, who serves as the chair of the Assembly's Elections Committee, sent a letter Friday to the Milwaukee Elections Commission Director Paulina Gutierrez asking what went wrong during the primary election 2 weeks ago. Several USB sticks had the wrong data downloaded onto them, leading to a delay in vote counting in Milwaukee. Gutierrez summed it up as human error, but Maxey said that she should resign if the mistakes can't get cleaned up. Milwaukee County Zoo staff are investigating after a child got inside the African savanna animal enclosure Monday. No people or animals were hurt. Videos posted online appear to show the kid running through the exhibit while chasing a bird with a stick. Zoo officials say a family member entered the area and helped the child climb back out after about 2 or 3 minutes. The zoo is still trying to find out how the kid got inside. They've not decided whether the family will face consequences. And that's the local update. It's all news all morning, 6 to 9 on 540 WAUK on 100.3 FM. News anytime at WAUKradio.com. I'm Stuart J. Waddles.
For Civic Media News, I'm Connie Fellman. Madison police are looking for suspects accused of attempting to burglarize a woman's home over the weekend. The police department explained yesterday the victim found 2 men in her bathroom and was able to scare them off by throwing her cane at them. The 2 suspects were allegedly going through medicine bottles when she found them, but they ran off before police arrived. It's unclear if they got away with anything, but the woman was not hurt during the incident. The Wisconsin DOT wants to hear from the public about their Americans with Disabilities Act transition plan. The plan highlights efforts to improve accessibility on Wisconsin's transportation system. It also aims to find the specific barriers within their facilities and transportation infrastructure. People can submit comments through an online comment form on WisDOT's website until September 17th. One person is injured after being shot in the foot in Madison. Madison police responded Friday afternoon to reports of the shooting. When police arrived, the suspect had already run away. Officers determined the victim had been shot in the bathroom. They were taken to the hospital and are expected to recover. The incident remains under investigation. A kangaroo is on the loose in Columbia County after escaping from a trailer. It happened Sunday morning near Portage when 4 kangaroos were being transferred between vehicles. The Wisconsin State Patrol says 2 of the animals were hit by vehicles and didn't survive, while a third was recovered by the owners. The 4th kangaroo ran off near Wisconsin 78 and Interstate 39 and is still unaccounted for. Troopers requested Wisconsinites not pull over on the side of the road to look for the missing animal. Wisconsin is receiving high marks as one of the most enjoyable states. Finance website WalletHub recently ranked the most fun states in America based on several key factors. The states were judged on the price of movie tickets, access to national parks, nightlife, and more. The Badger State was ranked 16th overall. In case you were wondering, California had the highest score and ranked first. A Wisconsin prosecutor has declined to charge Elon Musk after a dispute over a $1 million giveaway during last year's state Supreme Court campaign. La Crosse County District Attorney Tim Gernke says the evidence did not show that anyone received money for voting or agreeing to vote. Musk first said the rally was for people who had voted, then clarified that people had to sign a petition opposing activist judges to attend. The State Elections Commission referred the case after the rally in Green Bay, and the original prosecutors stepped aside because of a conflict of interest. Attorney General Josh Kaul has joined a multi-state lawsuit over federal grant rules that affect public safety programs in Wisconsin. The challenge focuses on about $6 million in potential state funding for law enforcement and juvenile justice. The Trump administration is requiring states to cooperate with Homeland Security immigration enforcement in order to receive the grants. Kaul calls that an abuse of power, while the administration has not been quoted in the lawsuit materials provided. Wisconsin Republicans have nearly twice as much campaign money as Democrats as the November midterms get closer. GOP party committees have brought in $43 million, while Democratic committees have raised $22.2 million, according to recent campaign finance filings. Much of the Republican total comes from three major donors, Richard and Elizabeth Eline and Diane Hendricks. Democrats say more money may come in now that their governor's primary is over. Republicans say their fundraising lead shows the party is united and ready to compete. A popular country music star is welcoming UW-Madison students back to school in style. The Wisconsin Union announced Kane Brown will be performing a free concert for students on Saturday, September 5th, just days after classes begin on campus. Students can get their free ticket online, while non-students can stream the concert on Amazon Live. And that's your state news update. I'm Connie Fellman for Civic Media News.
A lesson learned. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports, baseball. The Brewers and Mets go at it again tonight at Citibank Field in Queens, New York. The Brewers losing in a close one in extra innings to the Mets last night, 3-2. Manager Pat Murphy pulled Cooper Pratt out of the game when he failed to take second base after a hit to right field in the fifth inning.
I know who this kid is. He's a great kid. It's not laziness, but you got to have your head in the game because these games like today comes down to Lindor's great catch or an errant throw or whatever. So you've got to be locked in if you're going to play at this level.
NFL, the Arizona Cardinals in Green Bay to face the Packers in a joint practice session before Friday night's final preseason game. Tight end Tucker Kraft getting more playing time each day. Is he any closer to getting a new contract?
It's good to see him out there. I mean, he's worked his tail off. As far as the contract goes, it doesn't have any really effect on that. And then no real updates there.
That's the Packers GM Brian Gutekunst with sports. I'm Mike Clemens.
We could catch an isolated shower or thunderstorm this afternoon. Otherwise, mostly sunny today with a high right around 83 this afternoon. Tonight, it'll be mostly clear with a low dropping into the low to mid-60s. Tomorrow, sunny, comfortable, less humid. Our high right around 80. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable.
That's your Milwaukee News Roundup from WAUK. Find more news anytime at WAUKradio.com/news. Subscribe to this podcast on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you find your podcasts.